Hey, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to explain how to add a mask to text layers, images, and videos, and also we'll see what is alpha matte. So first, we'll create a mask for the text. So just I will create a new composition. So new composition. Just we'll add in text. So just let's say we'll call it as masking. And now we will add a mask to this text layer. So in order to add a mask, make sure we need to select the text layer and we need to take in any shape here. So it's up to you, whatever the shape you want to use, you can select here. Only the thing is, make sure you have to select the text layer, because without selecting the text layer, if you create any shape layer, it will create a separate layer for the shape here. So what the thing is, in order to create a mask for this, we need to select this layer and we have to left click and drag so that it will create a mask. So see here in this text layer, it has been created like mask here. So if you open this, you can see it has been created a mask. Previously, there was only like text and transform. Whenever we select this layer and if you left click and drag, it will create a mask here. So what is this mask is like, say, suppose if I move this mask with the help of this selection tool. And now what the thing is, see, if you select this mask and if you move these points, now it is showing only the text in the mask area, but not the outside here. So in this way, we can make an fade in, fade out type of animations. For example, say suppose if you want to like make an fade in, fade out type of animations, we need to give a animation for this mask. So here, if you open this mask, and here you can see there is an option called mask path. So we can give the animation for this mask path. For example, now let's say we will place this mask outside in the initial position. So let's say I will put it to outside, so that see entire text has been masked out because now the mask layer is in outside here. So now what the thing is, now if you want to give the animation, we need to turn on this mask path animation and you have to decide the time, and just we need to place this mask inside. So now if I play, it will make an animation in this way. And also when you're making this animation, we are getting this harder edges. So if you want to add a little bit of feather, then you can add a little bit of feather so that you will get a smooth animation in this way. And also if you want to increase and decrease the speed, so we can increase and decrease distance between the keyframes here so that the animation will be slow and fast according to the keyframe. And here we have types of mask here. So suppose now defaultly it is in ads. So wherever we draw the mask, it will show only that area and the remaining area will be masked out. So if I put it to like subtract, it will subtract the mask area and the remaining area will be shown here. And also you will have an option like mask opacity. You can increase and decrease the opacity. So it's same like an opacity which is in the layer also. Like if you press T, you can see this opacity. And also see, suppose if you want to move this entire mask, what the thing is, see if you select this layer, here we can able to move only the single points here. Suppose in case if you want to move entire mask with one click, then we can select this mask here. So if you select this mask, we can move entire mask at same time. But if you want to move individual points, then we need to select this layer. So if you select this layer, we can able to move this single points here. So we can do different kind of animation by using this thing. For example, instead of moving entire mask, we can like what the thing is like, suppose if you turn on this mask path animation, let's say starting, if I put this points to here, and if you move this, and if you, and now we will get a different kind of animation. And also we can add in multiple masks. So for example, let's say I will turn off this animation. So like suppose if I delete this mask, so we can use the two shapes to mask this. So for example, suppose if I use this rectangular tool and if I mask up to this thing, and I can select this again and I can draw another shape layer too. So we can make a different animation. So for example, if I open this and let's say we'll go to the first frame and just will turn on this mask path. So starting, if I want this to be like outside, you can put it to outside. You can select this and you can put it to outside. And after that, we can make an inside animation. So let's say we'll make up to this here. And also just we'll select this and just we'll make this up to here. And this. So we can make this kind of animations by using this. So we can add this mask for this images also. For example, I will open another image. let's say this image here. And now if you want to add a mask for this image here, same, we need to select the image and we need to go to the shape layer. And here, let's say I will select this ellipse here and just we will left click and drag so that it will mask out. And now what the thing is, now here, instead of using this mask path here, I will use an expansion. So what the thing is, now we can give this mask path animation too. So see, we can move this. What the thing is, I want to make an animation from the center. So in order to use this, like instead of using the mask path, we can use this mask expansion. So what the thing is, if you increase this value, see, now it is going to increase the expansion of the mask here. And if you decrease, now it will going to decrease the expansion of the mask here. So in this way, we can make an animation. So for example, initially we'll put it to like minus. So let's say until it hide the image. So now we'll just make an animation. So just turn on, and after some frames, just we'll put it to like positive. So we'll increase the value here. And see, if you want to increase this value fastly, we can hold shift so that we can change the values very fastly. Means like, see, suppose if I only left click and drag, the values are changing slowly. So if you want to change the values a little bit faster, then we need to hold shift left click and drag so that we can increase the values very fast. So now we have given the animation. So if you like press space, now see it has been increased. So we can add the feather too. So if you go to this mask feather, we can give the feather so that it will add a little bit of feather to this, and just we can use this. So now we'll see what is alpha matte. So let us create an text here. And now in order to use this alpha matte, now we need to create a shape layer separately. Make sure don't select the layer. So as I said earlier, suppose if I select this layer and if you take a shape, it will create a mask. But for this alpha matte, we need to create a separate shape layer here. So just I will deselect this text here and just I will create a shape layer. And also make sure you enable this fill option, and the stroke is not mandatory. I can turn off this stroke here. So now what I will do is I will just left click and drag on this top of the text here. Now see, it has been created a shape layer. If you want to give, you can give any name here. Now I will show what is use of alpha matte. So if you want to see this alpha matte option, so here you can see there is an option called track matte. So if you're not able to see this column here, make sure you enable these options in this corner here. So the expand or collapse the layer switch pane. So make sure you enable this thing so that you can able to see these columns of track matte here. So now what the thing is, here I want to see the text only in the area of the shape layer here. And the text has to hide whenever it goes outside the shape layer here. So what the thing is, for this text here, now in this track matte, there is an option called like shape layer. What the thing is, as we want this text should be visible only under this shape layer. So here we need to select the shape layer here. So whenever we select, see now the shape layer automatically has been hidden. So now what the thing is, see, if you move this text outside the shape layer, then it will hide. So the text will be visible only when the text layer is inside the shape layer here. So by using this, we can make different kind of animations. Means like in previous classes, we have seen the animation, the text is coming from outside to inside. Now we can make in between animations. I want the text should be visible from inside the canvas, inside the composition here. So means like, say for example, if I give an position animation, let's say I will give the position animation. Starting I will place here, and just after a few frames, just I will place down here inside this shape layer. So now you will get an animation as if it is coming from the inside the composition. So I will show one example with this. So now what the thing is, just I will create a shape layer. Let's say we'll create a shape layer here. And now just let's say I want, this is for design purpose. So just let it name like an design. And just I will lock it. I don't want to disturb this layer. Now I will create a two text layers which will come from this shape layer here. Means like one text will go in the up direction, one text will come to the down direction here. So let's say we'll create an text. Let's say we'll call it as like Photoshop. And just I will make a duplicate for this layer. And we'll call it as After Text. So I will align it properly. So if you want to align this text to center, we can select this both layers. And if you want to align it properly, just we can go to this Windows and you have to enable this like align panel. So if you open this, you can see there is an option like align layers. So we can put it to like center to center. So just I will put only in the vertical center, and just I will place in between this. Now what the thing is, I want to make an animation so that like the Photoshop text will come from this direction and the After Effects will come from this to here. So we need to take in two shape layers here. So let's say just I will take a rectangular. Just I will draw a shape for the Photoshop here, and also just I will take another shape layer in this way, and just we will make it here. So if you want, you can give the name for this. So let's say this will be called as AE shape or something, and this one will be called as PS shape. So now what the thing is, just in the text layer in the track mat, we need to put it to like PS shape. Now it will be visible. And also make sure what the thing is that the shape layers has to be exactly uh, to the edge of this design here. Means like see, you have to place exactly here. Just you can use the arrows to move this shape layer, and I will move this to the up direction. So now just in Photoshop, just we'll put it to like PS shape, and After Effects we will put it to like AE shape here. So now the text will be visible only when it is under this shape layers here, and the remaining and whenever it goes to the other position, then it will hide. So for example, now I will drag this Photoshop down. Sorry. So for example, now I'll drag this text layer down. So Photoshop, let's say I will put it down, and After Effects we can put it to up direction. So now we can make an animation. So for example, we can give the position animation for this After Effects and Photoshop. Just let's say I will turn on this position, and after a few seconds, just I will put this position of this Photoshop to the up direction, and just I will put the After Effects to down. Now see, if I play this, we got this nice animation. So in this way, we can use this alpha matte. And suppose if you want to fade out this text by using this shape layer, means like for example, see, like let's say I will unlock this design, and after completing of this animation, I will make an one rotation of this design here. Let's say we'll turn on the rotation, and also making an and also make sure before rotating, I want this anchor point to be in the center of this. So just I will put it in the center. And now we will make a rotation animation for this. Let's say I will rotate like 180 degrees from here. Just will make an 180 degrees of rotation. Now you can see after completing the animation, now it will start rotating here. So I want to make a little bit of delay, just like let's up to here. Now the Photoshop After Effects has been completed its animation, and laterally now we have make an rotation animation. Now what the thing is, when we rotate this, whenever this shape is rotating, according to that, this text also has to be wiped out. So I will show you that how to do that. So further, in order to do that, we need to mask for these two text layers. For example, see, I will select this Photoshop, and I will mask for this layer here. And also I will select this After Effects, and just I will mask this layer here. So still you will have an animation. Only the thing is just extra we have added a mask. Why we have added the mask is like we want to wipe out these characters by using this shape layer here. First, we'll make an animation for this Photoshop. Let's say now if you select this Photoshop, and if you go to this mask option, let's say, and now I will give the animation for this mask path. So we will decide where to start. Let's say now here the design is starting to rotate. So according to this, what I will do is I will make an this point animation in this way, so that it will look like the text will be wiped with the help of this shape here. So just I will make a frame by frame animation. Just I will do it fast. But here make sure we have to turn on the mask path. So we didn't turn on the animation. So just we need to turn on this, because see, it is not making an animation. So just we will undo this. So we will turn on the animation, like see, and now here just we need to select this layer and just we'll put up to here. And now we have done the animation for this mask. So we'll see the effect. So now if I play, see, now you can see it has been wiped with the help of this mask, and it is looking like this shape has been wiped the text here. In this way. So we'll do the same for the After Effects. So just we'll go to the After Effects and we will create an animation for this mask part. So just we'll make an animation. So we'll start from here. So we have completed. Now we'll see the animation. So now see, it's looking cool. So in this way, we can use this alpha matte to make this kind of animations here and with the help of masking. So starting what I have done is just I have taken the two shape layers to hide this text layers, and laterally I have used the mask to make an animation in this way. And in the next lesson, I will explain the pre-comp, like how to use the pre-comp. Means like if you want to add more text to this, means like if you want to create a total set of this animation with the different text here, we can use the pre-comp. So that I will explain in the next lesson. So see you there.